The importance of having a sales page. Now let us talk about sales page in internet marketing or affiliate marketing. Your sales page. The website itself is where you are going to post content that brings people back to your website time and again. We'll talk more about this in an upcoming YouTube video. But the other thing you need to build and upload is your sales page. A sales page is essentially a single web page that has the job of promoting and selling your product. That means that you won't feature anything else at all on this page, no other products, no adverts, and not even any links to your home page, etc. The reason for this is that you don't want anything to distract them from the product, or to pull their attention away from it. Instead, this page will typically feature a long, narrow page of text that is focused purely on talking about the product and making the reader want to buy it. As the reader scrolls down, they will begin to feel more and more invested in the product, having spent more time there, and they will grow more interested in what you're selling. You will then lace the page with Buy Now buttons, which will take them to the affiliate checkout. The art is in writing this sales copy in such a way as to truly persuade the reader. So, how do you do that? Here are some key tips for making a successful sales page. 1. The value proposition. The first and most important thing by far is to make sure that you understand the product's value proposition, and how to leverage this for success. Essentially, a value proposition is the thing that makes your product desirable. If the product is a good one, then this should have a strong, emotional pull. The key is to understand how your product will make people's lives better, and how best to communicate that to your specific audience. They should be able to picture themselves using their product, and get a feel for why it's going to change things for the better. The old saying to remember here is, you don't sell hats, you sell warm heads. Here, you are focusing on the value that the hat provides, not the hat itself. Likewise, you don't sell books on dating, you sell confidence, you sell great sex, and you sell the feeling of being able to walk into a room with an attractive partner on your arm. You don't sell books on business, you sell financial freedom, a feeling of being highly successful, and the freedom to create things that a person cares about. You don't sell courses on getting into shape. You sell energy, sale appeal, and raw physical power products. Look for the emotionally resonant words that tap into the reason someone might want your product. Then use them liberally. 2. Know your audience. When trying to find the value proposition, it's also important to know your audience. That's because the value proposition that will be most effective depends very much on the people reading your copy. The biggest mistake is to try and appeal to everyone. Do this and you will end up with a bland product and a bland pitch that won't make a big impact. Instead, think about the precise kind of person that you want to address. Then think about how you can reach that person. An exercise to better understand this is to try and create a buyer persona. A buyer persona is a fictional biography you will write for your hypothetical ideal customer. By understand them, where they spend time, what their other hobbies are, what their budget is like, you can better understand how to sell to them. 3. Urgency. In general, the aim is to sell via emotion. This is the key to understanding sales, which in turn is what will make you successful as an affiliate. People don't buy things because they need them. Don't buy things because it makes logical sense. People buy things because they feel this sense of urgency to do so. They do it because they're excited about the prospect of something, they think it will make them feel good or be less stressed. And they're worried they'll miss out if they don't. This is why social proof, showing testimonials, can be powerful, because that suggests that lots of other people are enjoying this thing that they have yet to try. It's also why you should try and get your audience to buy as quickly as possible once you have made the product sound as appealing as you can. You do this by using a limited time discount, by saying that you will only be selling the product for a given period, or even by displaying a timer on your page. 4. Readability. Readability is also extremely important when it comes to selling a digital product from a landing page. In short, if your website is currently a huge block of text, then this is going to put people off reading. Remember that attention spans are shorter on average than they have ever been, and a lot of people are going to be pushed for time. Don't make them work to understand your text. Instead then, make sure to use big, bold headings that will display almost the entire message that you want to convey. It's often said that someone should be able to read only your headings and still understand nearly everything on the page. Likewise, you should ensure that your paragraphs aren't too long and that they're broken up and spaced out nicely. Use a big and clear font, and use lots of images throughout. 5. Narrative structure. Another powerful trick is to use a narrative structure. There is a saying in marketing that narrative is SEO for the human brain, and this is extremely true. When we see a story, we find it very difficult to move on without reading the whole thing. Moreover, we find it much easier to relate with what's being said on an emotional level. What you should do then, is to phrase your content in a way that will make people want to find out what happens and relate to you. Was once like you, a struggling actor who had no idea how to land an audition, let alone a gig. With that said, it's also important to avoid being too cliched. People have seen this trick a lot of times by now. It's even common in television advertising, so try to find ways to make yours different. And to make yours stand out. Standing out. Standing out is important in general, and this is one of the key things that people often misunderstand when it comes to the importance of selling online. People are sick of seeing the same thing over and over again. If you want to sell, the most powerful thing you can do is to make your offering really unique and exciting. You don't have power over the product itself, but you do have the opportunity to market it in a really interesting way. Why not create some bespoke art or even a video that will really convey the message of your product with your intended audience? Why not use this to make the offer you're promoting really stand out? Website design and hosting. Creating a website to sell. Now let's assume you are already having the product and the affiliate link. It's time to set about selling it. To do this, you are going to need a website and a sales page. Thankfully, it's easier than ever to build both these things. To build a website, by far the best strategy is to use the extremely powerful and popular tool WordPress. WordPress is a CMS, meaning a content management system. It is also essentially a template that allows you to create a website with minimal code, and then to import ready-made themes and plugins to extend its capabilities and customize its look. WordPress is used by a quarter of all websites on the net, and it powers some of the very biggest brands out there. This is important because it means you know that the tool is capable of creating a highly successful website. That in turn means that if you struggle to make your website successful later on, it's not a case of it potentially being down to the way the website is structured. You know it must be fixable. Google knows and likes WordPress, and there is a huge amount of support out there if you need help changing settings or fixing the look. What's more, is that WordPress is completely free, and completely open source. It is different from a website builder in this sense, because it isn't going to tie you into a lengthy contract that forces you to keep paying monthly. Nor will you be forced to display ads. Moreover, there is no limit to what you can build with WordPress, as you always have the hiring someone to do it for you option of editing the code itself. In short, there is no good reason not to use WordPress, and choosing anything else will only introduce more risky variables and cause things to take longer. This is the mindset you need for successful affiliate marketing and for success in business in general. The aim is to succeed quickly. Take the path of least resistance. Start earning cash as soon as possible by focusing on the things that matter. Invest your time where you will see the most returns. The best part of all this is that WordPress is extremely quick and easy to use. You'll find instructions on how to set it up and make the basic changes you need all over the net, especially on YouTube. Finding hosting. Before you do that though, you'll also need a hosting account. A hosting account means that you are paying a company to store your files on their server, which is going to in turn remain connected to the web. What that then means, is that when someone types your URL into their browser, your website will come up. There are lots of factors to consider when choosing hosting: the price, amount of storage, bandwidth, the amount of data that you can transfer, backup features. Require you to pay the full amount up front. Usually, you won't need to spend more than $8, $20 per month, although a lot of hosting companies some great options for hosting accounts include Bluehost, DreamHost, HostGator, A2 Hosting. Choose one of these, then create an account and choose a URL, your web address. The URL should be something unique, easy to remember, but also related to the niche that you plan on selling, and once you've done this, you should be able to access a control panel. These will often now include a one-click install for WordPress, and once you've followed those steps, you'll be able to log into your account and start uploading content and changing the look and feel of your site. It's really that easy. Hello, valued subscriber. Turn on the notification bell, so that when we upload a new video it will get to you first. May God bless you as you do so. Thanks. Kindly subscribe friends to encourage us. Please don't forget to like our videos, our YouTube channel. Please help us share the video, as much as possible. Assist our growth please and please. Bravo, bravo, and bravo. May God bless you all.